Welcome back to the final back nine of the 2022 Three Rivers Open presented by the Fort Disc Golf Club, Michiana Pro Shop, and BF Goodrich. I'm Kevin Fodrey. Joining with me is Aidian Hosler. We've got some exciting action for you guys today. It's the Chase the Brad Schick show. We got 9 more holes for somebody to make 8 strokes happen or more. So it's possible, but it's unlikely. I don't know that I've ever seen Brad Schick play 9 holes without getting a birdie. So, we'll see how it goes. But we've got some good action nonetheless. Beautiful Tillman Park here. It was a nice fall day.
Starting off with hole 11, par 3, 295 feet. Pretty tight the whole way down. The basket's going to be at the end of this tunnel. You're going to see a lot of backhand, like mid-range flip-ups, but the real shape of the hole is a forehand flex. It's the way it was designed. You'll see Brad throw it especially.
It's hard to get the birdie without it. And that is a great backhand from Eddie. That's the best. That's probably the best backhand I've ever seen on the hole. I'm not going to lie. He's 5 feet from the basket.
Pretty impressive.
Yeah. Yeah, shout out to Tony Ganger, who aced this hole yesterday. It had never been aced in this pin until the week prior to this tournament when I aced it in our sanctioned league. And so Tony was very sad to find out that it had just been aced, but an awesome ace nonetheless from Tony.
Trevon going to go with that flex line. Looks like he needs to turn. It doesn't.
Oh, it did not turn at all. He's not happy about it. That is unfortunate. That spot's tough.
Just a little wide for Brad there.
Yeah, that wasn't the shot he wanted there. Here comes Tyler with a... Oof. Man, that's not where you want to be. And that's going to leave him with even kind of a little tricky shot here.
Brad asking it to check up
just
there.
fine. It's sitting at about 10 feet, so be a nice easy par for Brad. Not going to hurt you. This hole's hard to birdie, so unless you're Eddie and you put it on the pole, he's definitely starting to look like Shreddy. We'll just say that.
To potentially save par.
The Hyzer.
Yeah, this right side, especially early on the hole,
tough.
is very, very thick.
There's nowhere to swing. You can't swing it out left. You can't swing it out right. So you really just have to go straight at it. So if you don't have a line, I mean, it's just,
Wow.
a roller skipping over the pole. What a shot. Yeah, that was a great roller.
And Brad for
Nice par for Brad.
You can see Indiana Hall of Fame member Condor in the background.
Tom
there.
the Condor Stiglitz. PDGA number 1.
5.
Yeah.
Trevon with a really good par save. Wow.
Yeah.
The difficulty of that roller he threw out of the rough is hard to explain, but Eddie taking a stroke on the card. Moves to 6 down through 11 holes.
And that'll be it for that hole. We're going to move into hole 12, par 4, 686 feet. OB line to the right and road to the left. It creates a slightly more narrow fairway, but it widens the further you get down. So if you got a little bit of an arm, you're throwing 300 or plus, you're going to be just fine. Really looking to get as much distance as you can to make this shot over the trees as easy as possible. There's OB behind on the road. It doesn't come into play unless you cook it, but it's definitely there. And that looks like a smash from Eddie. That's going to be just fine. Inbounds and on the right side. You get too far to the right, you do have that tree up by the basket to contend with on the Hyzer shot, but if you throw in a forehand, it's just fine. And that looks like a pretty good toss from Trevon. It might be a little too high. That might need to get down. Oh, man, that is out.
Stay on the yellow line.
Hopefully.
Stay on the yellow line so it doesn't get hit, Brad says. Yeah. You get a little nose up on this hole. It's a long way and a lot of airtime. It's got plenty of room to drift and go OB. Good toss for Brad, just right out in the middle. Nice and safe. Here comes Tyler with his blue Zeus again. Expect to see him throw a nice crush out here. Not having the round he wanted to have today, but still in second place. Turn that one over, and that, I think that's inbounds, but it's going to be close.
Yeah, that orange OB line over there is strictly for the Three Rivers Open.
Yeah, just to keep people out of the fairway of 10 and 12 as you cross each other here.
Brad probably hoping it stays up.
Just trickles down that tree. That's going to leave him with a 50-footer. Looks like Tyler did stay in bounds. He's, ooh, little fall there. That's going to go a little long, and oh, wow. Man, it stays in bounds, thankfully, but definitely a little long. He's going to have a 50-foot, 45-foot comeback putt, so. Trevon, a little nervous. The car's going to hit him there. There is not really much of a curb even, so. That's great. Oh, man, the tree as well. Same
like
one that caught Brad.
Looked like the wind smacked him down there a little bit.
Yeah, that's not a shot you practice throwing a lot where you've got no run-up and the car's going right behind you, but.
Eddie with the forehand.
That's a great shot.
That's good.
Brad, oh, and he's got this low ceiling too. That's tough. Oh.
Gotta throw it, dude.
Wow,
Oh,
Trevon
man,
with the par
a
save.
sick punt from Trevon. What a par save. OB, bad tree, bangs a 65-footer. What was that? Trevon, we're gonna have to text you and ask you about that one. That was a little odd there. shaking out the juju there.
Tyler for birdie.
Oh, just a little short. And a rocket into the basket for Eddie.
And that's another birdie.
Another birdie. After starting with 3 pars and then getting a bogey, he's still 7 down, which is just very good. I mean,
And he moves into what looks like solo second.
solo second place. Yeah. That's
We
terrific.
go to hole 13, par 4, 445 feet. You're going to see forehand Hyzers go over these trees and land around this clump of mulch and trees right here. Or you'll see the more aggressive backhand turnover play that, even if you want to, has a chance to get towards circle 2, even circle 1. I've seen drives get there as well. If you really want to go for that, it's definitely there. But
Yeah, it just brings in the OB. A lot of OB in the play if you go for it, but
you got the OB path on the right the whole way. And OB road, obviously, at the
that was
back.
perfect.
And that's perfect.
It's going to be a very easy birdie.
This is probably the hole. If you leave with a par, you're really kicking yourself.
Yeah, leave with a
for that.
bogey and you're really mad, which we've seen plenty of.
Like that. A lot.
Yep, and that was great. Trickles right through the tree on the backside. Easy up and down. You can definitely hear that wind's gusting it. It was pretty strong this day, I know that. Brad just content to park the short pin, have a nice little upshot into the basket again.
See Jeff Sharable, local guy in the background there. No, he puts a lot of work in at Tillman, so we appreciate that.
Yeah.
And whoever else has
Yeah,
put
shout
in
out to
work for
anybody that
this.
volunteers to clean up the courses. It's always a thankless job and needed.
Especially out at Tillman, because that rough, especially this time of year, it gets really rough.
Yeah,
so
it
it's
does.
nice to have it cleaned up and looking good for the 3 years over.
And that's a nice parked birdie for Brad there. He's going to be happy to walk away with that one. He's kind of got a shot to run it here. I think he's going to just go, just going for the layup.
Yep. Says, Brad, I'll do you one better.
Yeah, how are you going to leave it that far out? Trevon with another one. And here comes Tyler. Oh, come on, Tyler, make it for us. And parked.
Just like that. This is our easiest hole on this day. One of the easiest holes in the course to score a birdie on. Another one of those short par 4s.
Yeah.
You see these guys tap out here.
Yeah, probably one of the most star-framed holes in the course for sure. I mean, it's attainable for anybody. You don't really need distance. You don't really have to throw a tight shot. You can throw backhand or forehand. It's just very gettable. But, you know, score separator is one of those holes where you can randomly go out of bounds and you're losing a stroke to the whole field, and that just does not feel good.
Moving to hole 14, par 3, 298 feet going over this pond. You're going to see a lot of backhand turnovers or like forehand flex shots that kind of land into this hill and stick. It's one of the harder birdies to get on the par 3s at this course, but
yeah, and I mean, you're coming up to a pretty tight shot. You got to throw straight over Shrek's swamp, and if you don't make it across, you lose the disc. Like, you're not going to get it back.
And Eddie puts his Atlas within 20 feet there. That's a great backhand
Yeah, that was
shot.
perfect.
Ideally, if you have it, the mid-range for the backhand is the play.
Plays into the hill. Nice. Keeps you out of that right side, which is just jail. And then, it honestly usually gives you a run at the basket. So, yeah, Hyzer flip up. He threw an Atlas. You could throw a Buzz. Pretty much anything like that. Neutral, stable mid.
Trevon doesn't make the same mistake he made the day before, going very deep, and you see Brad go early again.
There's that Buzz from Tyler. Almost threw it in there the other day, and that's going to be short. I think out of bounds.
Yeah, there is a line.
It is, yeah. So he's going
Yeah.
to proceed to the drop zone here. And it'll be just fine. He'll be able to clean that one up for his bogey.
Whoa. See.
Yeah, Brad. Whoa, he's in the. Yeah. I mean, if you haven't played this course, trust me, the rough is rough.
Whoa.
And he's almost makes it from in there, doing Schick things.
We got Eddie from about 20,
This is
22 feet.
this is for Shreddy to take the hot round right now. So, I mean, he was so far back at the beginning of the round. I mean, and now he's caught 7 strokes, 8 strokes. Actually, Tyler's going to get a bogey, so 9 strokes on Tyler Horne through 14 holes. That's crazy.
Good putt there
Yeah,
from
that was
Tyler.
a great putt from Tyler.
And Eddie brings it within 7 of Brad.
Yeah, which, you know, I would have thought originally was just completely impossible, but the way Eddie is playing, I mean, geez, he could birdie every hole.
There's a birdie for Trevon there. after working hard for some pars.
Yeah, good birdie. Nice way to feel rewarded after a good shot. That's the only way to get the birdie here, is to throw a good shot, and you just feel good about it. You know you earned it.
And if there's one you feel better about, it's definitely getting a 2 on this one. Hole 15, par 3, 363 feet. You go over this creek, and then you just got to stay straight. Come down this far. We've got the trees lining the front of the green here.
Yeah, the last couple feet's really luck. I mean, you got to get through those gaps. But this is a perfect disc golf hole. It just requires you to throw a nice straight Hyzer flip for 363 feet. OB in the middle, so you can't go early. And look at that.
See a lot of shots.
Nice Hyzer flip.
Yeah.
Get through it, and it's great.
See a lot of shots trickle short and left of that basket there quite a bit.
Yeah, and there's a couple trees over here to the right across this creek that people hit all the time. I think that was right of them, so it might have got through, but yeah, it's a hard hole. It's definitely not easy to throw a forehand on, and Brad Schick is and that one's gonna leak a little to the right. Yesterday he literally parked it, so. But yeah, this is a great disc golf hole. It's just a challenge for everybody. It looks like we might have some wind going. Every single person's shot pulled right. So, and Brad,
see this creek here. You see that bridge and the stairs.
So they're working on giving him a spot here. Yeah, so he can take it. He can take it backwards, back to the tee pad, away from the basket. But he's electing to do that a little bit just to give himself a little bit more breathing room here.
To be able to see how steep this hill is that you have to throw up.
Yeah, it's steep.
Yeah, it's not an easy shot, and he puts it within 25 there.
Yeah, awesome shot from Brad for sure. Be able to clean up a bogey from there. That's got to be dang near one of the first bogeys he's taken this whole tournament.
That's
Tyler, great shot as well. Yep. Really good cleanups. So I just got confirmation that was the first bogey that Brad Schick has taken this entire tournament. That's, I mean, my gosh.
52 holes bogey-free or so the entire weekend before he took his first one. So
yeah, that's crazy.
Trevon cleans up his par. See what Eddie's got left for bird.
Yep, nice
Put
little,
himself to
probably
10
a 20
down.
footer, 25.
And this putt could bring him within 5 strokes, and he does.
And he hits it, and that is it. That's 5 strokes. Man, you know, with an easier hole and then 3 par 4s to end, man, it's
not out of reach.
It's not out of reach. That's going to take us right into hole 16, par 3, must birdie, 195 feet. It's going to be a stock forehand. You're going to flex out here to the right side and just land up near the basket. Hopefully not too hard. You want to throw something a little slower so you don't go down that backside hill. But yeah, this is definitely one you're counting as a birdie before the round starts. So don't miss this one.
Get in. Ooh.
And it doesn't look like Eddie's going to miss it unless he hits his head on the basket on the way down. Here's that Throw Joe's entropy from Trevon. That looks good.
Great.
And that's also parked. Oh, maybe even closer. Tyler does not throw forehands often, so. But every time he throws it, he has parked it. And look at that. We're going to stack them up. Let's see if Brad can land in that little spot between the blue and the red disc. Oh, just a little early. Man. And they're going to let him clear out here as Brad goes down to his disc, because all 3 of these guys are sitting under the basket. That's going to move Eddie to an 11 down with Brad looking at at least a par here. Oof. This is not the hole I thought that Eddie would get a stroke on Brad here. And so, you know that he's probably licking his chops just thinking about 3 par 4s coming up here. Yeah.
Moving into hole 17, par 4, 352 feet. You're going to want to land around this corner and give yourself a straight shot at the basket. There is a Mando about 100 feet off this tee, forcing you to go right of that tree with the sign on it. You can see straight putters, Hyzers, skip shots. At the end of the day, a pretty simple short par 4, and you'll see Eddie bounce off that deep side of the fairway there. It is easy to go back in there, and the rough back there is pretty thick.
Yeah. The last 3 holes, you've got a really tough birdie, and then a must birdie, and then kind of an eagle shot. So anything could really happen. I think if Schick can get one more birdie, he'll be fine.
Yeah.
But if you part out, I normally you would think 3 holes, 4 strokes, you're fine. But that's the beauty of Tillman. You finish on 3 par 4s, and it's just anything can happen.
Mm-hmm. Uh-oh.
And that's just fine. Leaks through. Wow. Throws it right to his caddy, Zach.
Looks like Trevon might be lining up a roller here.
Yep, it is. That's that paper plate disc he throws. That thing is very flippy. And good bush. That's going to leave him probably just outside circle a little bit.
Yeah, circle's edge.
Yeah, right on circle's edge.
And Brad's got a fortunate result here off the tee, and he's going to be somewhat the same as Trevon.
That's going to be another probably 25 to 30 footer. If you're Eddie, are you thinking about running this? I mean, you got to be thinking about it, right?
I don't know. Yeah, maybe give it a chance. Maybe you got.
I'm definitely not leaving it short.
Gotta give it. You got to get the birdie though. Oh, he
definitely gave it enough power.
Yeah,
but that one leaked out a little left. Yeah, I mean, you got to. I mean, I honestly, I'm probably running all of them. He's got 3 strokes on third right now, so you gotta.
There's Tyler from the rough.
Another long putt here for Tyler. Just misses to the right side. Tyler, it's hard to put together 3 really good rounds out at Tillman, and Tyler's played so consistent all weekend, 10 down, 10 down. I mean, that's not easy to do.
Wow.
Man, he needed it and he got it. Eddie with a 35-foot straddle putt. And Brad gets the birdie. So, barring any unfortunate things, that's going to be tough for Eddie to clean up 4 strokes in 2 holes. But they are par 4s, and one's an eagle.
Trevon's made some very, very tough putts this round.
Yeah, he has. Absolutely. Tyler puts it in there. Not a bad par, just not one you want. If you don't get off the tee clean, it's tough.
Moving on to hole 18, par 4, 430 feet. There's going to be a Mando short and right off the tee. Going to see lots of forehands or backhand turnovers up this gap, and then the basket will be tucked into the right over here on this little mound. Some slopes on the left end and deep of the basket. Pretty straightforward though.
Yeah, definitely gonna expect some birdies here, but maybe some eagles, and that's gonna be it's gonna be a little short for the eagle opportunity, but definitely gonna be able to get a birdie from there. So if I'm Brad, I'm probably just thinking par. Just make sure you get a par.
Go.
little inside for Trevon, but that's good.
Just
That's
fine.
good.
Yeah, just fine. He'll be a little pinched on that tree, but that is the indicator on this hole. If you can't hear a tree, you're probably just fine. Oh man, that's a tough spot. That's gonna make it a little challenging for Brad there.
Tyler opting for the backhand here. This looks good. Gets caught up.
It's early. That's gonna be a tough shot, but he can definitely manufacture something from in there. Oh no.
Looks like Brad's gonna stay in the rough up over
Yeah,
there on that right
that's
side.
gonna be a par at best now. Just got to stay away from that bogey.
Thank you so much. Love it.
Looks like Tyler tried to go with the Hyzer
Yeah.
over that right side.
It is there, but it's tight.
Trevon with that entropy again.
Man, Trevon just
Yeah.
loves that entropy.
It's slowed down and
It flies good for him, so I get it. I'd throw a disc that flies that well for me too. Another good shot from Eddie.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, lawn dart
Probably a pig there.
or a rat. He loves this rat.
Brad's still in the rough on this right side.
So apparently sirens are coming. They're calling this an emergency. Brad's got to get up and down here. And that's going to be just fine. That's going to put it up at about 15 feet. Oh, not even 10.
Tyler really learning about this Tillman rough here this round,
And
that's
that's
a great scramble shot.
great
Yeah.
shot. Man, he's gotten some really bad kicks, but he has thrown some incredibly good scramble shots this whole weekend, really.
Eddie with his
Another birdie,
ninth
too.
birdie in a row, if I'm not wrong.
9 straight birdies for Eddie. And then a bogey before that, and then I think, 4 or 5 birdies before that?
Yeah.
So, I mean, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
what, 11, I don't know, 14 birdies in his last 16 holes?
Something like that.
That's incredible. This is going to be our last hole, hole 19, par 4, 550 feet. We've got a little bit of drama, but it's going to take something incredible or a mistake here to see a different winner crowned. But this hole is all about the tee shot getting out into the open, and then you're going to have to throw another shot into a mystery wind, as I like to call it. You can't really feel it from back there. So it's really all about the tee shot, and then just figure it out after that.
big right.
And that is 2 straight, but a great kick. And that's going to give him a shot. Hey, shout out to our hole sponsor, Women of the Fort. If you're a lady looking to play some disc golf, get a hold of the Women of the Fort. They play every week together, and good supportive group of ladies to learn how to play.
This looks, oh wow, yeah.
Oh, Trevon, that was awesome. That's way out there.
Yeah.
So we just need to see a good shot from Brad here.
There you go, Brad.
And that looks perfect.
Yep.
He's leaving nothing to question.
Can't
And
pick it up and place it any better than
yep,
Trevor's
that's gonna be
shots.
that's gonna be it right there. Tyler maybe a little bit too hard. Yep, into that tree. Still stayed in the middle. Both tree hits staying in the middle. So not bad results. We're gonna see another Zeus here. He's probably got about 370 to the pin here. That's gonna be a little low. Just burned it.
It's nice to have that white tee right there to show you, give you a little indication on the distance
Yeah.
for this shot for sure.
Yeah, and Eddie's right about even with it. So
There is an OB path to the left that is out of bounds.
it looks like he slipped a little bit. Oh man, that's gonna leave it out there. Not much of a shot for a bird, but I don't think it's gonna matter with where Brad put his drive. This was just so good.
This is prime position.
He clutched up when he needed it, and he's gonna come away with a 2 or 3 stroke win probably after this one.
Still going for birdies.
Still
Doesn't
going for
matter.
birdies. That's right.
That's what I wanted to do.
And that's a great forehand from Trevon. Tyler's got probably about 140 feet to the basket here.
Probably just fine.
Yep, just fine. And man, I mean, if you would have told me before the round started that the person putting pressure on Brad was the guy that was, what, 6 strokes back? Or no, more than that.
Yeah.
He was, what, 9 strokes back? Something like that? I mean, I wouldn't have believed it was going to be Eddie. But, man, he made it interesting the whole way. It looks like he's going to finish with a 13 under par, which is just shredding.
Yeah, Eddie was 8 strokes back heading into round 3.
8 strokes, and he's going to end up losing by 3. That is on somebody like Brad, who still put down an 8 down, which is still probably a 1,000 rated round easily. That's a crazy good round from Eddie Ward. What's the rating on that?
1048 was the round for Eddie on the third round. And if you look at the scores, you can tell that the wind had a major effect on the scores this day, and it did not matter for him.
No, it did not. Oh my gosh. And you know, Trevon tapping in that. Trevon's going to get an 8 down. That's an amazing round. Shout out to Trevon for playing solid golf all weekend, walking away with a nice 3rd place finish at an A tier. He's been playing great all year. Looking forward to seeing some great things from him next year. And then there's Eddie for his par. 13 down, shredding round. Now you know why they call him Shreddy. And then there is your 2022 Three Rivers Open MPO champion, Brad Schick. Brad is no stranger to winning this event, and he took it down in style again this year. Just a class act.
TRO Open
Class
MPO
act.
champion, Brad Schick.
Fantastic.
Bump up.
Thank you.
All right, we're here with our 2022 Three Rivers Open Pro Champion, Brad Schick. First of all, how was those first 2 rounds for you, and how you competed there to give you that lead coming in today? How'd you feel confidence-wise?
Confidence-wise, I don't think I had any bogeys the first 2 rounds, so I was just kind of getting through without any trouble. First round was pretty boring. Had a slow middle, had a good finish. I think I birdied the last 5 the first day. Second round I was on. Like, I missed probably 2 putts or 3 putts inside the circle, like a couple 25-footers. But everything else was pretty much perfect, bogey-free. So got me a good lead, thank God, because today I kind of just was flailing on the end. So
Yeah, today was a little different for you. Usually the back 9 is what you've been scoring on so well. What happened there on the back 9 today?
yeah, I mean the long open holes are actually pretty tough for me. So when Eddie got off, you know, on a scorching start like there, he got in the middle, and I think he birdied every single hole from 10 on. And then I think I just started thinking about it too much. I knew I had a little bit of a lead, but I wasn't sure how much. I didn't actually look at the scores until the last hole before I threw my upshot. I was trying to see, you know, just make sure you're in bounds. But I honestly thought I was behind. When I was up 3 strokes, it was like a big relief. But I don't know, maybe a little bit of nerves, overthinking it, and then Eddie was just playing great. So.
Any last words before we go?
No, just thanks to the crew here. They always do a great job. Thanks to my sponsors, Discraft and Hazy Shade. And yeah, appreciate you guys watching and filming all weekend.
Thank you.
Awesome.
And that's going to conclude your 2022 Three Rivers Open. Congratulations to Brad Schick on a 30 under par outing. Unreal score and unreal shooting. And a shout out to Eddie Ward for the 13 down hot round by a long shot on the final day. Just what a comeback and a storyline. We thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks to all our sponsors. Thanks for Hyzer for putting together production. This has been your commentary team of Kevin Fodrey and Aidian Hosler. And we look forward to seeing you guys next year at the 2023 Three Rivers Open.